The Minister of State for Industry, Senator John Enoh, says agro-processing is vital to Nigeria's non-oil export drive and industrial transformation. Enoh stated this during the groundbreaking of the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone (SAPZ) in Calabar, Cross River State. He said the initiative, driven by the African Development Bank (AFDB), with federal and other stakeholders, would boost food security and drive industrial prosperity. Enoh said SAPZs were key to converting raw agricultural produce into finished goods for export, which would reduce oil dependence and grow GDP. The minister urged stakeholders to prioritize the export of processed goods over raw materials.
This project has gone through quite a lot, but I'm glad to report that today the Ministry of Industry and the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security are working together to secure the food prosperity of our countrymen and women, and to see the extent to which this can crystallize into industrial growth and development for our country. If you look at examples of all countries around the world that have achieved industrialization, you would notice that they've had to progress from agricultural growth, progress and development to attainment of industrial growth and prosperity. So it's important that everybody understands and appreciates the fact that this event is actually going to crystallize food security and industrial growth. I mean, if you are a minister in charge of industry and you're looking at Mr. President's 8-point agenda, and Agenda 7 speaks to the acceleration of diversification through industrialization, digitalization, creative arts, manufacturing and innovation, and a project like this comes up, I mean, you would support it with every might that you got.
Also speaking, AFDB's country director for Nigeria, Mr. Abdul Kamara, said the SAPZ program was a top priority with over $5 billion tied to its success. He commended collaboration among the federal and state government and development partners like the Islamic Development Bank and IFAD.
When President Adesina decided to move me here in Nigeria, for those who don't know, my last station was Ethiopia. As Deputy Director General, I was covering 14 countries. This is a little over 6 months ago. He was very clear, and he said, Abdul, see that you unlock and untangle every impediment that is delaying the implementation of the SAPZ program in Nigeria. This must be your top priority among the $5 billion operation that you have in Nigeria. And I know you can do it. So, Excellencies, for me, the marching order was very clear. It was very instructive and definitive, leaving no room for failure and leaving no room for excuses. So here we are today, barely 6 months down the line. The long-awaited dream is being realized. Realized under my watch, realized, of course, as a teamwork for all of us. Your Excellencies, the steady progress of the SAPZ program they are witnessing today is for sure not a personal one. It has been an outcome of the hard work, well-structured support, commitment, cooperation, but more importantly, coordination along the entire spectrum of the ecosystem on the government side at every level, federal and state, and on the side of the bank, as well as our partners, the International Fund for Agricultural Development and the Islamic Development Bank.
Dr. Yusuf Kabir, National Coordinator for SAPZ, said the program had reached implementation stage, with all transaction advisors onboarded in the 8 states. Kabir praised Governor Basi Otu for committing early to the project despite not initiating it.
The project development objective of the SAPZ is to support inclusive and sustainable agro-industrial development. It is a platform, a cross-cutting platform to attract investment into value-added agro-processing to unlock opportunities of food security, rural poverty reduction, increased earning of agriculture into the GDP.